Hi guys, hello, how are you doing? So welcome to my channel, welcome again and again and again. I think I have I just wanted to tell you that I am doing a delivery today, and I wanted to show you before I take the delivery. So as we all know guys, I am all up for good packaging, good packaging. And before we get into the video, I'd like to tell you welcome. For those who are new here, karibuni sana. For those who are returning subscribers and returning supporters, family members, watchers, I love you guys. Thank you so much. Karibuni sana sana na sana. So this video today, I'm going to talk mainly about packaging. So guys, I've realized that actually packaging is one of the key things that small business owners need to concentrate on. As much as yes, you need to work on the product that you're giving out, and you need to ensure that it is okay, it is good, like it is to the standards that you want it to be. And also of course we can never reach the maximum and say, oh, my stuff is perfect. No. Sometimes you may find that you actually have some loose strings on your pieces, or maybe you jumped a loop and all, and vitu kama hizo. And if that happens and you end up having a customer complaining, always be open to making it better. By making it better, I would mean if a client comes to me and tells me, Karen, oh, you made me something and imeanza unravel after a month or something, so then I'll be like, okay, did you wash it according to the directions that I gave? Did you put it onto if it wasn't on the client's part, I would be very willing. I'll be like, okay, let me have that piece and look at it, see whether I can correct it and move forward. Now, next time you learn and you check your piece before you send it out and all. So apart from making your product to the best of your ability, the other thing that you need to look at is packaging. Okay, so my packaging transitions have been where I started from delivering things with carrier bags. Ni wote mnajua Uhuru bags. I'm looking for an Uhuru bag to see whether I can. You all know Uhuru bags, yeah? These ones. I used to just make my product, put it in there, and then buy a new Uhuru bag, of course, and then put my stuff in there and then deliver it. Like, there is nothing that says where this thing is going, where it's coming from. And another thing that made me concentrate so much on packaging, apart from, okay, the client feels like I'm a patter, a good yani you've put your work into it, there's also the aspect of, if you're maybe shipping something somewhere. For example, I'm in Nairobi and my client is in Busia or Malaba, and I'm supposed to ship that product to them. It's going to go through many hands before it gets to the client. So the first and foremost thing you need to look at is, you need to ensure that identification is on the package. So I will show you an example. You need to have maybe the contact of, most probably for me, I usually put my contact, because the client has not yet received the product. Alafu pia you need to get permission for them to put their contact on top of something, unless it is a private whatever, but shouldn't be part of your packaging. So the standard for me is having my contact there, my email, my everything, so that in case this thing lands on someone else's hand and we don't know where it's supposed to be going, they can easily just contact me and tell me, oh, we found this thing here. Then I'm like, okay, who are you? If they are a shipping company, I'll be like, okay, it's supposed to head to so and so, and it will be easy. But if it's just something plain, no one would know where it's supposed to be going. So number one, you need to ensure that identification is on your packaging, so that we know, okay, this product has been produced by so and so, And it also gives you, like, elevates your brand a little bit, because you are easily identified. Like, guys will easily identify, oh, this is so and so's work, and that is good, because you want your work to be identified from afar. So it also helps in cases where someone tries to pose your thing as theirs. Guys will just be like, nah, that one, hiyo ni ya nani. It helps people know you for you. So personally, what I decided to do, because I haven't yet reached the level of printing my own boxes and doing my own packaging kind of thing manufactured specifically for me, I decided to go a little DIY way. So I noticed that, okay, the packaging you'll use to pack something, to pack pieces for someone who maybe you're meeting in town, Nairobi town, is not the same as the packaging that you would pack stuff for someone that's going to maybe Busia or Malaba. Or it's also not the same as the packaging that you'll use to package for someone who is going for something that's going maybe overseas, maybe to the US or somewhere far, because the transportation modes or means of these distances are totally different. So for example, if it's going to the US, if it's going by sea, it will have to get into the containers. From the containers, it will have to go to the sorting area. And I saw, by the way, how these things are handled. Okay, sichomei anyone, but there are a lot of things, and unless you've written fragile there, no one is going to pay close attention to what it is. Unaona, zinekongo kwa okay, I went to the post office ya Busia to pick something that was sent for me from abroad, and hizo vitu zifika kwa gunia zikamwaga hivi chini. I was like, okay, it is something that's not going to break or anything, but I was like, kama kulikuwa na any nice packaging box, blah blah blah, it is nowhere to be seen. So but in other words, I'm just saying that you need to like concentrate on the packaging, because you need to ensure that your client gets what they were supposed to get. So the product inside should be protected. So I decided to go the DIY way, and I decided to say, okay, you guys, we all know how cake boxes look like. And until I saw them, I hadn't known that cake boxes looked so pretty. Me, I've seen cake boxes only after zisha katwa and they are open and the cake is in there, cream is all over. But when I saw them new and just newly boxed up, they look so nice. They are very strong. Okay, especially the brown ones. So personally, I've looked at the different types of cake boxes. There's the black one, the one that has a shiny black surface. Then there's the gray one. The gray one is the weakest. No offense to the cake box makers, but I've seen the gray one is the weakest, followed by the black one, and then the brown one. The brown one is the strongest. And then the brown ones have different types. There are different types. There's one that's a darker shade of brown, which I think I'll highlight somewhere here, because I've used it before. I've used it for quite some time now. And then the other brown one is the one that I have here, which I've used to pack my clients stuff, the one I'm making a delivery today. So this is a basic cake box. So this is the second last largest. They are the bigger one is now like a little bit bigger than this. So what I'd say is look at what you're packing. So I have packed a throw blanket in here, one of the quadra blankets. I think I showed you in the previous video. It measures 28 inches by 52 inches. and it's a chunky one, so it really fit hapa, it fit here in this box, but I had to like force it in a little bit because I didn't want to use a bigger box and then you find space in there, that's also uneconomical. If you know, you know. You see, the frugal family, the frugal family, where if you can save 10 bob somewhere, save that 10 bob. And actually it's important, by the way. Don't just waste things, waste space. I learned that in construction, actually, in architecture school. Stuff is charged, or stuff is quantified, or a price is put on a building per square meter, guys. We were doing our project programming this last month, and where hapo ndo utajua space is important, because I was calculating my stuff and it amounted to sijui 2 billion and something, because I'm designing a school of architecture and all. So stuff is measured per square meter. So for example, ukisema nataka kujenga jikoni, and you know wet areas are the most expensive because the types they need specialized material so that the water does not get it, or blah blah blah, all those things that are not necessary now. That is the mentality I come with when I'm packing. Like, I want the packing to fit snug, like ni kama this box was created specifically for this blanket. So what I usually do is, first I pack. Okay, let me go for the brown paper that I use to wrap the blanket in first before I put it into the box. Just a minute. Okay, a girl is back. So this is the brown paper that I usually use to wrap the product before I put it in the box, because this also helps, because if there's maybe a penetration of anything through the box, at least there's this to cover the product. So unaangalianga all whatever, maybe you're carrying it and then ianguke chini, iyo vumbi hai access direct to the product. At least there's something that's covering it. So you can find this. You remember the paper we used to cover our books, exercise books with? That is the paper. So we are talking fancy. You want your packaging to look fancy, simple, elegant, like ikae as if thought was put into it, but you also want it to be very affordable. So I want to tell you that this packaging will cost less than 100 bob. Yeah. And if you're making something and you're going to charge someone more, 5,000 plus, come on, you can take aside 100 bob to ensure that the packaging is like ina make sense. Unaona, you don't want to do something for someone, umemcharge 10k and then unamletea kitu kwa ka paper bag. It doesn't add up, it doesn't match. So you want to elevate your brand, and also you want your customers to feel they got their money's worth by ensuring you put you attend to each and every detail. I remember there's a time we were on a sleepover and someone spoke about attending. I don't look at attending as attending anymore. Like, it's now on a different light. So attending means you are concentrating on that specific thing. Like, if you're attending class, you can't be doing something else. You are attending class, so you can't be attending another wedding at the same time you're attending class. That means it confines you to attending class. So if you're attending to your client's packaging, you need to ensure that all your the details are well done. So this is the brown paper that I usually use, and it is actually nice and affordable. So if you buy this one worth 100 bob, I think you'll get 10 pieces. I think one is 10 bob. And unless you're packing something big, that's when it will take a whole, because it's an A1. It's an A1. Yeah, so you can actually have, if you're packing something small, you can cut this into like 3 or 4 or 2 depending on the size. So I think this is affordable. Yeah, so this is the paper that I use. And then number 3, apart from the cake box, the brown paper, and of course the yarn, I usually leave a little bit of yarn from the yarn color that I've used to make the product. So in this case I used 4 colors, 2 shades of gray, cream, and off-white. But now I decided to just use the cream as the ribbon on top. So this is how I usually do it. The front looks like that, and then the back looks like that. Unaona, ni kama it's a gift dedicated to my clients, and also, you know, just make the client feel special as if they're receiving a gift that they paid for. Yeah, so that is it. And then I usually also do cards. So I have 3 types of card. I have 3 or 2. I used to have 3, but I reduced them to 2 because I realized that the 2 had the same information. No, I have 3. I used to have 4, but now I reduced them to 3 because I realized that 2 of them had the same similar information. So I was like, this is wastage of paper and printing money and time to design these things. So nikasema, let me reduce them to 2. So number 1, I have a thank you card. I don't have a thank you card here, but I think I will see whether I can do an example at the corner. I have PDFs on my computer, but I was planning to go print as I go, because thank you cards are directed specifically to that client. So I'll have at Ogfranits thank you card, and then I put a little note there: thank you so much so and so for working with us. Thank you, karibu tena, we appreciate blah blah blah, I hope you'll enjoy this piece. And then I do a photo of the piece that I've done. You know, this comes in also to just takes us back to personalizing your piece, so that the client feels like actually this was made for me and no one else, specifically for me. So I'll have the name, and then I'll do a photo shoot of the product before I send it. Then now that will be the backdrop photo of the thank you card. Hii ni TED Talk ama. Aya, that is number that's the first card. The second card is a cleaning card. So the cleaning card contains instructions on how you're supposed to clean the yarn garments or the yarn house accessories or whatever it is. Because yarn products are not cleaned the same way other fabrics are cleaned. You know, you don't just throw it inside the washing machine and wash, or you don't just sugua. Unaita mamafua anasugua kidogo kidogo. Your medium sized sweater is now extra large, and then you call me, you tell me sweater imepanuka. No, imepanuka because you didn't wash them in the right way. So to avoid these issues, I usually have a card that has cleaning procedure step by step. Yani nakwambia hadi the temperature of water, but si big deal, like warm water, put it kwa sink, plug the sink, weka hiyo ndani, little detergent, ukisha wacha hapo for some time, like dab it, don't sugua it, dab it, because yarn easily releases its dirt. Like haishiki uchafu sana, na ikishika uchafu uki expose kwa warm water, it easily releases the dirt. So it doesn't need you to kuisugua ka socks za mtoto wa primary school. Yeah, so I have those instructions in the second card. Then the third card is the information card. Now it is a card that has my contacts, our social media platforms, the email you can contact us through, and all those things. So if someone finds that card or anything anywhere, they will know whose it belongs to, you know, because all of them have Ogfranits on them, and they have Aka contact, Ogfranits and Aka contact. So I'm back. Sorry guys, my battery went off, the time lapse of the recording went off. I think it is, I usually time it so that I don't talk too much, you know. At least when I time it at 17 or 20 minutes, I know after that 20 minutes has elapsed, I need to be wrapping up. So now my 17 minutes have elapsed, so I know Nico crash program, so I have like a few minutes left. So those are the 3 cards that I usually have, and I'll try my best to put them up here so that you see how they look like. I usually design my cards with ArchiCAD, so I'm an student architect, so it's easier for me. I design it with ArchiCAD. I just, you know, take photos from here and there, and I produce all my things, because I take the photos, I write the whole whatever, and all those things, and I put them, you know, print them in hard, you know, these papers that I used to make business cards. That's the one I use, because it is hard and it's durable. The client can actually even keep it for memories and blah 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 and all those things. So I usually say package your pieces as if they're a gift, and your client can actually keep it for, you know, something else. You see the way when these big brands, you see the way they package their stuff. Like if you have a Gucci box or a Louis Vuitton box, akia watu wazitupangi. The same way if you have an iPhone box, iPhone people don't throw away their boxes, because the boxes are so pretty. They look like you can actually use them for something else, and you can literally use them for something else. So I'm also trying to, you know, do that. Soon, by God's grace, I'm going to have my own box, branded box, and by God's grace, that is how the card looks like. So I stick this one completely. I stick it completely on the box so that it doesn't. So you can actually print this as a sticker. Yeah, that's what I do. Yeah, so one day you'll see a box that has Ogfra knits on it and all, and photos and all those things. So yeah, and what else have I not said? I think I've said everything concerning packaging. And after you package like this, don't hand it over like this. You can hand it over like this for her to see, you know, the effort you made when you're handing it over. But I usually buy now the Uhuru bag, the big new Uhuru bag, and then I put it inside. So unaona kuna like 3 walls of protection. By the time whatever is inside, if ikiwe na any kind of harm or uchafu or anything, imejaribu sana, because you have the Uhuru bag, you have the box, and then you have the brown paper inside. And the brown paper also, I have tied it with yarn like this. So ukifungua box, the paper doesn't just open. Ukifungua box, then the paper is still intact. So you'll have to untie the yarn and then open the paper. Yes, so I think that is our video for today. And I think packaging goes a long way, because it actually tells the customer or client you are serious about what you're doing. It also tells the client that you are reliable, because they can see that your stuff is well packed and it is well protected, and they can also trust you with more things and all. So guys, you don't have to go and you know, print boxes everywhere and all. I've seen them online. Some are affordable, some are made online and all, but I was like, akisiko ready kunini pambana na hiyo kazi yote for now, because you need to follow up also and blah blah blah, all those things. I was just like, let me do what is here. Let me use what I can easily access bila stress, because this packaging easily costs less than 100 bob. Ukifanya calculations, because I've used like one brown paper, which is roughly 10 bob. The box was 60 bob, that is 70 bob. And then printing the cards, if you print an A4, they are 50 bob. But if you divide them by, let's say per A4 you have 10, ukidivide 50 by 10, hiyo ni 5 bob. So tuseme the 2 small cards are 5 each, 10, that is 80, and then the big card tuseme ni 25 bob or 20 bob or 10 bob, hiyo ni 90. So it is less than 100 bob and you have something nice and pretty and presentable, and so thank you so much. That was today's video. I need to leave now and go deliver this because I'm headed over all the way to town, and if I will be able, I'll see whether I can do a vlog, but hey, you know me and fear of vlogging in town. But anyway, yeah, so thank you so much for watching, guys. Thank you for supporting me. I really appreciate your support. Guys are commenting, guys are doing all those nice, beautiful, awesome things. So thank you so much for watching. Subscribe, share, comment, and like, and feel free to send in the questions because I'm going to do a question and answer video. I said this on my previous video, so I've put something on Instagram stories of Franitz. Go check it out. Send your question on my DM or answer that question thing on the stories. I don't know what those things are called, but anyway, thank you so much. And my hair was by Betha. It's now almost 1 month old, but it's still pretty. I wanted to show you this in my last video, but I forgot about it. So these are knee length braids and I love them so much. Hata sitaki kuzitoa, but I'll have to kuzitoa maybe after zimepitisha at least 1.5 months. Yeah, that's why you do braids, not to remove them after 2 seconds. Yeah, so they are knotless braids and they are awesome. I love them. Like mimi ule mse mwenye nikishuka braids I forget about them, so I'll just oil and take care of it, ensure it's moisturized and all, but like nimesahau story ya nywele for the next 1.5 months. Yeah, so if you want hair like this, comment down below. I will send you Betha's number. She is around Nairobi, so if you're around Nairobi you can be braided. Okay, thank you so much, guys. God bless you. I love you so much. Thank you for watching. Toodles. Bye.